Moving on, let's get you the latest on Iran-US peace deal. Now, President Donald Trump's recent agreement with Iran is facing increasing backlash from his allies, both at home and abroad. The harshest critics say the deal is a document of surrender to Iran. But US President Donald Trump has dismissed these allegations, insisting instead that the agreement amounts to Iran's unconditional surrender. The deal has drawn criticism from lawmakers who argue Trump was not tough enough on Iran, with the terms of the interim agreement falling short of what the president set out to achieve at the start of the war. Trump had been promising that he would settle for nothing but unconditional surrender. Even a year ago, it was his recurring motto.
It's very simple, unconditional surrender. That means I've had it. Okay, I've had it, I give up, no more. Then we go blow up all the, all the nuclear stuff that's all over the place there.
However, the US president seems to have settled for a memorandum of understanding that seems to fall short of these expectations. Let us remind viewers that shortly after the US and Israel launched airstrikes on Iran on February 28th, President Trump had laid out a host of objectives. At that time, he said the goals included preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, achieving regime change, degrading its missile and drone capabilities, and dismantling the region's proxy network. Under the current agreement, Iran commits to never producing nuclear weapons. The fate of Iran's enriched uranium stockpile and other nuclear issues will be addressed in a future agreement. The draft contains no explicit restrictions on Iran's ballistic missile or drone programs. Trump also stated on March 2nd that Iran must stop arming and funding allied groups in Iraq, Lebanon, Gaza, and Yemen. However, the memorandum does not specifically mention those groups. Instead, it calls for an immediate and permanent end to conflict across all fronts, including Lebanon. Meanwhile, Iran will be getting its frozen assets back if it complies with the deal. The agreement also provides for a $300 billion investment fund to be used for reconstruction. These terms have prompted allegations that Trump was forced to settle on Iranian terms. Even the Wikipedia page on the Iran war now mentions that the conflict ended in an Iranian victory. While Wikipedia is an open source platform that can be edited by members of the public, this highlights the prevailing perception over the conclusion of the war. On Thursday, Trump pushed back at the mounting criticism, saying that those who think he was soft on Tehran are either jealous, bad people, or stupid. In an interview with Axios, Trump admitted that he negotiated the agreement to prevent the conflict from triggering a global economic depression, but denied that he was humbled in any way by the 3-month war with Iran. Instead, he said that he believes there are no limits to his ability to exert power.